What's going on, traders? Time for a daily recap. Today is February 19th, 2019. First of all, let's do a little housekeeping and just if you like what you see here, please share it on your social media. Let's get the word out there that there's more ways to make money with small accounts and shorting pigs and trading the small caps. They're so much more risky. You can cap your risk with options on these large caps. They're very liquid and predictable, and you can trade them every single day, the same tickers, and get to know them very well. And options give you the ability to trade these high-price tickers with a small account, no PDT rule. Options, options fund, the settles fund overnight. So if you have a cash account, you can trade as much as you want until you run out of cash. The money settles overnight, whether it's a win or a loss, and you open your account the next morning with that money in it. So completely, the PDT rule doesn't even matter. You can get 100% to 300% daily, and when we get big moves, we get 600-700%, sometimes 1,000. I have as high as 1,600% gains in a day. They're not very often, but 100 to 300% gains are fairly common, within the normal trading day. All right, with that being said, let's go to the live trading. Netflix and NVIDIA here. So Netflix, see some size. I was really looking, the way this thing's trading this morning, it's in this nice tight range right here. We got a gap down, nice tight range. I love to buy this. I love to buy these gap downs because this thing can dip and rip, right? All right, so how it played out, let's take a look at Netflix. This is what I was looking for, that dip. I was looking for, I had a plan to get long here. I liked it long. I was just looking for a little bit of a dip here to get into it. The thing is, to pull the trigger on the long right here was a bit risky with the red green right here. I wanted that quick dip so I could get a nice weakness, right? So I could get some weakness. I like to buy those market orders, and I like to buy them into weakness. It's like everybody's selling, the panic's coming in, and that's when I like to buy. So with it sitting here flirting right here, right under the red green, but right over my mark, it was a really high risk trade. I just chose not to pull the trigger. And then when it did break through the red green, it did it really quick. You can see all in one 5-minute candle. And so I just didn't chase. I didn't want to, I just didn't have a good entry. It never hit my trigger range down here for the long. When I do buy buy strength like this, I'm waiting for some kind of pullback. We never got it. So I took a crack at the short here around 360 when it broke this area. I took, let's see. Okay, so I took a short here around 360, and it was looking like I was in the money here for just a second. I was looking like it was going to break down. I wasn't up a lot, but I was in the money. It was looking like it might break down, so I hung on to it, and then it ripped. I took a small loss on that. Then I did get long here, and I did it up here in this consolidation. I didn't get it right here, but it pulled back here when this held. I got long here, and it just took it forever to break out. So I just took that small win. It basically got me up flat, a little bit red. I took a little bit more of a loss than I did a gain. And then overall, so ended up slightly red on the day when I went to the gym, but my short worked out here on NVIDIA. So I took the puts up in this area, and I just sold them. Actually, I could have sold them, could have waited just a couple more minutes, but I sold at 157. This made my day green, the NVIDIA puts. And I have picked up some calls for tomorrow. So if we can hold this 155 area, and I still have a piece of the puts to go into the open with in the morning. So if we continue down or gap down, I got some puts to keep going, and then I got a small call position still for the long here. So I'm both sides of this. Anyway, so that's where I'm at, man. Nice, ended up turning a nice green day with the washout here on NVIDIA. And I am all out. Netflix, just going to kind of wait and revisit tomorrow morning and see where we're at. If I'm going to get short in this, I'm going to get short into some serious strength, right? So this thing's going to have to be ripping when I get short, or I'm waiting for confirmation. There's plenty of downside here. Or I'm waiting for confirmation that the bulls are no longer in charge. We start seeing the bears. For right now, the bulls are in charge. We're just getting nice moves up, moves up, moves up. It's just a bunch of profit taking. It's not a surprise to see all this profit taking after a day like this. Nobody really trusts this market to hold overnight. Everybody taking profits into the close. Not a big surprise. We've been seeing it over and over again. So like to see how it opens. And like I said, if we get a nice little gap up in the morning on the SPY, if we can get something like that to gap up in this area, I would love to get a short. Otherwise, I'm looking at break down the levels, right? If we start breaking down some of these levels and closing hourly candles under them, might be interested in getting some of that short. So anyway, but that's my perspective. I don't want to be, right now the bulls are still in charge, and I'm really looking more on the long side. scalp the short side until I see that the bears are in charge, and then I'll flip over and we'll be scalping the long and more short biased. Anyway, that's all I got. See ya.